My name is Elias Crown. I was 32 when my stepson called me the servant, in front of everyone. Part 1 opens mid-party. Lights strung across the backyard, music playing, people laughing, graduation banners everywhere. Elias stands by the grill, quietly flipping burgers, doing what he always does during family events, working in the background while everyone else enjoys the spotlight. His stepson Tyler is surrounded by friends, classmates, cameras flashing. Elias brings out a tray of food to the table and Tyler smirks loudly. Oh look, the servant brought food. Laughter erupts. The party roars. Even Elias's wife, Marissa, laughs and nudges Tyler like it's the funniest thing she's heard all night. Elias freezes for half a second. Not because of the insult, he's heard worse, but because Marissa didn't defend him. She didn't correct Tyler. She didn't even look ashamed. But Elias keeps his face calm. He simply sets the tray down and walks back inside. Whispers follow him. He really just takes it? Marissa's lucky he's so quiet. Imagine being insulted in your own house. Inside the hallway, away from the noise, Elias breathes slowly, steady, controlled. Because he knows they have no idea what's coming. He opens a drawer in his study, pulls out a sealed brown envelope. The one he'd been preparing for months. The one Marissa never suspected existed. Back outside, Tyler raises a toast, gloating, and Marissa beams with pride. Then the gate opens. A man in a suit steps in, Elias's lawyer, holding a stack of legal documents. Guests stare. Marissa's smile stalls. Tyler's confidence cracks. And twist. The lawyer walks straight past everyone and stops in front of Elias. Flashback. The marriage, the gradual disrespect, and why Elias involved a lawyer months ago. As the lawyer places the folder into Elias's hands, the entire backyard falls silent. But before the reveal hits, we move into a flashback, the long road that led Elias to this moment. 2 years earlier, Elias married Marissa after a quiet, gentle courtship. She was charming, warm, and spoke endlessly about fresh starts. Tyler, her teenage son, wasn't hostile at first, just distant. But over time, distant became indifferent. Indifferent became rude. And rude became outright cruelty. Started small. Don't touch my stuff. You're not my dad. Just do the chores. Marissa always made excuses. He's young. He's stressed. He'll come around. But he never did. Once Tyler told guests Elias was just the house help. Marissa laughed then too. That night Elias realized something painful. He wasn't a husband in this house. He was the help they didn't have to pay. He began noticing more. Marissa hid her phone whenever he walked in. Tyler bragged about Mom getting everything anyway. Financial documents kept disappearing. Elias's contributions to the house were never acknowledged. His bank transfers covered most bills, yet Marissa told people she paid for everything. One evening while cleaning the office, Elias found a draft email on Marissa's laptop. After the house is fully in my name, we'll plan the separation. She never meant for him to see it. But he did. And that's the night Elias contacted a lawyer. Quietly, professionally, strategically. He gathered documents for months. Bank records, property papers, text messages, audio clips, witness statements. Now back at the party, Tyler's insult is just the final spark. The lawyer faces Marissa and Tyler. Expression blank and deadly. And twist. He says, Mrs. Crown? Mr. Crown has decided today is the day. The first legal bomb drops. Marissa realizes the house isn't hers and Tyler learns who truly paid for everything. Everyone at the graduation party watches as the lawyer removes the first document from the folder. He speaks loudly enough for every guest to hear. This concerns ownership of the Crown residence. Marissa's smile vanishes instantly. She forces a laugh. What? That's my house. My ex-husband left it to me. The lawyer nods politely. He did. Until the mortgage defaulted. Gasp. A few relatives exchange confused looks. Elias stays calm, hands clasped in front of him. The lawyer continues. Mrs. Crown, 5 years ago your mortgage fell into arrears. You were at risk of foreclosure, until Mr. Elias Crown here paid off the remaining balance. Tyler's jaw drops. What? He didn't pay anything? The lawyer takes out a large stamped document. Final mortgage payment receipt, paid in full by Elias Crown. Guests whisper. He saved the house? She never told anyone? Why'd she hide that? Marissa panics. No, that was a loan. A temporary arrangement. The lawyer flips another page. This is the deed transfer. Signed by you, Mrs. Crown. It states that once Elias cleared the mortgage, the property would be placed under joint ownership. Her face drains of color. She signed it thinking Elias would never enforce it. But he kept the receipts. All of them. Guests stare in shock. Tyler shouts, "Mom, you said the house was all yours. You said he wasn't even on the papers." Marissa can't speak. Her voice collapses under the truth. Elias finally steps forward. "Tyler, every meal you ate, every bill paid, every light in this house, it was me. Not your mother." And twist. The lawyer reveals the final page. Effective today, Elias Crown becomes sole owner of the property. Marissa stumbles backward. Tyler goes silent for the first time in his life. The marriage contract surfaces, and Marissa realizes she's about to lose far more than the house. The backyard is silent except for the crackling of the string lights. Marissa's face is ghost white as the lawyer pulls out the second set of documents, thicker, heavier, and sealed with a blue tab. He holds it up. This pertains to the prenuptial agreement. Marissa's knees nearly buckle. She whispers, "Elias, please don't." But Elias doesn't look at her. He looks past her, at Tyler, at the guests, at the life he built and the respect he never received. The lawyer opens the file. Per the prenup, if Mrs. Crown engages in financial deception, covert asset transfer, or intentional misrepresentation, she forfeits all marital claims. People gasp. A few relatives step back. Marissa trembles. Elias, I never deceived." But the lawyer continues ruthlessly. "We have email drafts planning separation after the house transferred. We have the hidden credit card she opened in Elias's name. We have messages telling her sister that once everything was in her name, she'd kick him out politely. We have evidence of Tyler using Elias's accounts without permission." Tyler's face twists. "Mom? You said he owed us." Guests stare at Marissa like they're seeing a stranger. The lawyer places a final document on the table. Notice of marital asset forfeiture. Signed. Stamp. Enforceable. Marissa chokes out. "Elias, I was angry. I didn't mean it. We can fix this." Elias finally speaks, voice steady, cold. "You didn't defend me when your son called me a servant. Because to you, that's all I ever was." Tyler stutters. What does this mean for us?" And twist. The lawyer answers for Elias. "It means you both have 14 days to vacate the property. And neither of you will receive a single dollar from Mr. Crown." Tyler's future shatters, and Elias reveals the truth about who funded the boy's entire life. The party feels like a funeral now. Music is off. People stand frozen with plates in their hands, unsure whether to leave or keep watching the collapse. Tyler, who minutes ago bragged about being the man of the house, now looks like a terrified child. He steps toward Elias, voice cracking. "You can't kick us out. I'm starting college. We need the house." Elias doesn't answer. He simply nods at the lawyer, who pulls out another envelope, this one labeled, "Education Funding Agreement." Murders of whispers ripple around the backyard. The lawyer reads, "Tuition fees for Tyler were paid under Mr. Crown's financial plan. All 4 years." Tyler's eyes widen. No, Mom paid." The lawyer shakes his head. "Mrs. Crown contributed nothing. Mr. Crown paid every deposit, every installment. Even the graduation trip you bragged about." Guests stare stunned. Tyler begins to crumble. "Mom? Tell him that's not true." Marissa is shaking, mascara streaking down her cheeks. She can't form words. Elias steps forward, voice controlled and devastating. "Tyler, every opportunity you have, every luxury you enjoyed, every bill, every meal, every ride, came from me." Tyler's mouth opens but no sound comes out. Elias continues. "And after everything I did for you, you stood in front of people and called me the servant." Marissa tries one final plea. "Elias, please, think of Tyler's future." Elias looks at her with quiet fury. "I did. For years. But you didn't." And twist. The lawyer reveals one final page. Effective immediately, all financial support for Tyler is terminated. He will receive nothing. Tyler's legs nearly give out. Marissa's final mask cracks, and Elias reveals the betrayal that ended the marriage long before this day. Silence hangs over the backyard like a heavy curtain. Tyler stands speechless, his future collapsing in real time. But Marissa is unraveling faster than anyone. She stumbles toward Elias, grabbing his arm. "Please, Elias, this can't be happening. You're overreacting. We're family." Elias pulls his arm away. Calmly, coldly. The lawyer steps in again, opening the fourth folder, the one Elias told him to save for last. Labeled, Marital Integrity Investigation. Marissa's eyes widen. No. Elias, don't do this. Please. But the lawyer reads anyway. This file contains evidence of Mrs. Crown's extramarital communication and concealed financial behavior. Guests gasp. Some cover their mouths. Others stare in disbelief. Marissa panics. I never cheated. Elias lifts a hand, not to silence her but to end the lies. The lawyer continues. Screenshots of late-night messages to a man saved as work contact. Hotel receipts paid with Elias's credit card, without his knowledge. Phone logs showing repeated calls during hours Elias was working overtime to support the household. Bank transfers disguised as errands, sent to the same man. Tyler stares at his mother like she's a stranger. Mom, what did you do? Marissa breaks. It wasn't what it looks like. I was lonely, he understood me, Elias was always busy. Elias finally speaks, voice steady and surgical. I was busy paying for your house. Your son's education. Your debts. Your life. Her tears mean nothing now. And twist. The lawyer reveals the final page. Based on these findings, the divorce will finalize immediately. Mrs. Crown leaves with no property, no financial support, and no claim to Mr. Crown's assets. Marissa collapses to her knees. The humiliation becomes public, and Tyler realizes he's losing far more than a father figure. The guests begin stepping back, forming a silent circle around the destruction of Marissa's carefully crafted image. Phones are out. People are recording. Whispers turn into judgment. Marissa reaches toward Tyler, desperate for someone, anyone, to be on her side. But Tyler jerks away from her touch. You lied to me my whole life. Marissa shakes her head violently. Tyler, baby, listen, everything I did was for us. Elias finally turns to Tyler and for the first time, there's no anger in his eyes. Just truth. You want the real reason your mother hated me? Tyler swallows hard. Elias nods to the lawyer who opens the fifth folder, a much thinner one but far more lethal. Inside is a college savings account statement. The lawyer explains. This was originally a joint account between Mrs. Crown and her ex-husband. When the divorce happened, the account was left empty. Tyler flinches. Mom said Dad spent it all. The lawyer shakes his head. No. Your father never touched it. Your mother drained the account. And spent it on herself, not your education. Gasps explode across the yard. Tyler stumbles backward. Mom, you ruined my future and blame Dad? Marissa collapses in tears. I had no choice. I thought Elias would replace the money, he always fixes things. Elias steps forward, voice ice cold. Exactly. You used me as a replacement husband, a replacement provider, and a replacement bank. But you never treated me like part of this family. Tyler's eyes well up. He looks at Elias, really looks at him, and whispers, I'm sorry. It's too late. And twist. The lawyer delivers the next blow. Tyler, since you're legally an adult, Mr. Crown is under no obligation to support you. This includes tuition, housing, transportation, everything. Tyler's face collapses completely. Final poetic justice. Elias walks away, leaving them with the consequences they created. The backyard once filled with laughter is now a graveyard of silence. Marissa sobs on the grass. Tyler stands trembling, realizing the future he believed was guaranteed has vanished in minutes. Guests whisper, point, judge, not Elias, but them. Elias stands tall. Not triumphant. Not vengeful. Just done. The lawyer hands Elias one final envelope, the execution documents confirming. Immediate divorce. Sole property ownership. Full financial clearance. Zero legal obligation to Marissa or Tyler. Protection order preventing further harassment or financial exploitation. Marissa tries one last desperate plea. Elias, we can fix this. Please. We can start over. Elias looks at her, emotionless. You didn't protect me when your son humiliated me. You didn't protect our marriage when you planned to leave. You didn't protect our home when you tried to take it from me. And you didn't protect your son when you lied to him. She breaks into hysterical sobs. Tyler steps forward, voice shaking. Elias, don't leave. I didn't know. I was stupid. Please, don't abandon me too. Elias turns to him gently, but with finality. Son, I was never allowed to be your father. Your mother made sure of that. Tyler collapses into a chair, devastated. Elias signals the lawyer. The gate opens. He picks up the small overnight bag he packed days ago, anticipating this moment, and walks toward the exit. No anger. No shouting. Just closure. Marissa screams his name. Tyler cries into his hands. But Elias keeps walking. Poetic final twist. As he steps outside, the sunset hits his face. He whispers, "Being called a servant was the last mistake they'll ever make." He never looks back.